The Polar Princess. Far in the icy reaches of the Arctic, where the northern lights danced across the skies and snow blanketed the world in eternal white, lived Princess Alira. She was not an ordinary princess. Instead of a grand palace, her home was a shimmering castle carved from pure ice, glittering under the pale light of the Arctic sun. Her subjects were the Arctic animals, polar bears, snow foxes, seals, and even the majestic narwhals of the icy waters. Alira's heart was as warm as the frozen land was cold, and her kingdom flourished because of her kindness and wisdom. But not all was peaceful in the land of the Polar Princess. Deep in the shadowy crevices of the icebergs lived Kralik, the frost sorcerer. Jealous of Alira's beauty, compassion, and the love her kingdom bore her, he vowed to plunge the Arctic into endless darkness. One fateful day, Kralik cast a terrible spell, stealing the light of the auroras. The skies turned gray, and the animals grew frightened, for without the lights, the balance of their frozen home was in peril. Crops of Arctic berries wilted, the ice began to crack unpredictably, and the once harmonious songs of the wind grew mournful. Alira knew she had to act. She summoned her closest companions, Tundra, the loyal snow fox, Nilo, the clever young polar bear, and Mira, the wise owl who had flown across the entire Arctic. Together, they embarked on a journey to Kralik's lair, carrying only a staff carved from ancient ice and Alira's courage. The journey was treacherous. Howling blizzards tried to blind them, and vast crevasses threatened to swallow them whole. Yet, Alira's determination never wavered. Whenever they rested, she spoke words of hope and sang songs of the auroras, reminding her friends why they had to succeed. When they finally reached Kralik's lair, the frost sorcerer sneered. "What can a princess and her pets do against my power?" he mocked, summoning a storm of ice and shadow. Alira raised her staff and stood tall. "You may control the frost, Kralik, but you will never understand the warmth of a united heart. My kingdom is not just ice and snow, it is life, love, and light. And that is something you cannot extinguish." As she spoke, the animals of the Arctic gathered outside the lair, drawn by Alira's bravery. The seals sang, the narwhals breached, and the polar bears roared. Their unity ignited a spark in Alira's staff, which blazed with the colors of the northern lights. The light burst forth, melting Kralik's icy magic and banishing the darkness he had cast. The auroras returned, brighter and more vibrant than ever, painting the sky in ribbons of green, pink, and blue. Kralik, defeated and humbled, retreated deep into the ice, promising never to disrupt the Arctic's peace again. Alira and her companions returned to their castle, welcomed by cheers from her subjects. The princess had restored not only the light of the auroras, but also the hope and harmony of her land. From that day on, she was known as Alira, Keeper of the Lights, and her story became a legend told under the shimmering skies of the Arctic for generations to come. And so, the Polar Princess and her kingdom thrived, a beacon of resilience and unity in the frozen north.